Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all of you are doing fine. Yes, so we had basically seen in our previous session that which part of the cell gives the shape and the some images also. Yes, so these were some topics which we covered. So in this session, the topic is the size of cells. So what are we gonna learn? The size of cells. Yes. So in the size of cells, the smallest, this is a kind of fun fact, just know it. The smallest cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in bacteria. The largest cell measuring 170 millimeter into 130 millimeter is the egg of an ostrich. So the ostrich's egg is the biggest cell, largest cell, and the smallest is the cell in a bacteria. Okay, so there is a question. Are these cells in an elephant larger than the cells in a rat? You see that a elephant is larger than a rat. So do you think that the cells in an elephant are larger than the cells in a rat? So let's see what's the answer. The answer is here. The answer is the size of cells has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or plant. It is not necessary that the cells in the elephant be much bigger than those in a rat. The size of the cell is related to its function, like the shape is related even the size. For example, nerve cells, both in elephant and rat, are long and branched. They perform the same function, that of transferring messages. So it's not necessary, or basically you can say not necessary. Why? Because the cell's function is to not necessary. You can go with this word rather than saying yes, no. Not necessary, okay, because there is no relation with the size of the body or anything. There is the relation with its function. Okay, relation with function. With function. So over here also we have taken the example of a neuron, which is the nerve cell neuron. So they are here to perform. They are here to perform the same function, that is of transferring messages. Sorry, messages. So what will it be related with it, whether the animal is big or small? It will be dependent on the function, right? Based on its function. So the next thing is levels of organization. Now what are these levels of organization? Are these particular levels? We'll see what are these levels of organization. Well, so these are the levels of organization. A cell, and then a tissue, an organ system, and an organism. So what is this basically? These are the levels of organization. Do you want me to explain it in detail? So this is one cell. Now many cells like this make up a tissue. Same way, many tissues together make up an organ. Many organs make up an organ system, and many organ systems together make up an organism. Alright, so for example, I'll be going with an example so that it's easy for you. Example, you take your um, one cell, one cell. Okay, somewhat you consider to look in this manner, one cell. So many cells make up a many cells make up a tissue. This is one cell, then the cell make up a tissue. Now many tissues make up a organ. Many organs make up a organ system. Many organ systems make up an organism. So what is this? So one cell, you let me just go with like cell of a you can take RBC to be one cell. One cell. Okay. So this is like a one cell, right? So now you consider the cell of our respiratory system. So our respiratory system is made up of one cell. So each organ in it. So many cells are together form a tissue. Then many tissues will form an organ. What's the organ? It like for example, lungs is an organ. Then your windpipe, larynx, nose, then your diaphragm. So these are basically many organs. Okay, so they are formed with many tissues. So if this is your lungs, this is bronchioles and all. I hope you know. Then each has alveoli and all these things. So if this is your lung, these are your lungs. So your lungs are made up of basically many tissues. Consider then these to be tissues. And many tissues are made up of small cells. So now you can see that how basic or how small are these cells. Yes, small structures cells. So many tissues then again they form up an organ. Now many organs they are going to form the organ system. It's kind of diaphragm. I hope diaphragm is over here. Let me just mention diaphragm below it. Then over here you will have the nose, then to the windpipe, and all these things will take place. Yes. So they many organs they formed an organ system. Which system was it? Respiratory system. Now many organ systems, like many organ systems, if I have to give you examples of some organ systems, then you can take nervous, circulatory, reproductive, excretory, digestive, respiratory, and many more. So there are many organ systems right present in our body. So like these many organ systems, like for muscular system, your skeletal system, so etc. So they together form up an organism. So your organism is ready. So it has so many things, and cells are present, everywhere, in each place, in each body part. So this is what it meant. So I hope you all understood the levels of organization and the size of cells. And I hope that's clear. Do you want to know the biggest human cell? The biggest human cell is ovum. I go with largest human cell. It's ovum. And this is a task for you all. which is the smallest human cell. This you can consider a kind of homework also. I want the answers in the comments box. I expect more answers to it, and then okay, the answer whether it's right or not. So I hope you all enjoyed this session and keep learning, keep laughing and smiling. That's what I wish, and thank you.